Oh yeah.
In 3D. Let's start the
Oh,
show. Let's start the
I
show.
thought I thought you were gonna say in three, two, one.
Did you want me to come in with that DJ voice, that AM/FM radio voice in the morning? How you doing there, Ben?
I'm great.
It's good to hear you doing great. And this Thursday, April 21st, 2022 at 8:05 p.m., you're here at Side by Side Movies. Kind of slowly dropping the podcast part to it, just slowly, because I'm not really podcasting, but we're gonna keep it in there just in case we are podcasting and I don't know it. Look, I changed the graphics. I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. I centered it, get a little bit more specific. All right, I guess I'll just bring us in because.
Oh wow! Every time, man, it always scares me. It just scares me every time. 2017. Wow, that doesn't seem like 5 years ago.
It doesn't. It does not seem that far. And the thing, yeah, it's 2017, and I was like,
Yep.
I remember
this.
man.
This was a year before Avengers: Infinity War.
Yeah.
So
this is sandwiched between. Oh no, it's before Infinity War.
Yeah, this is before.
Okay, yeah,
so
that's right.
It was sandwiched between God knows how many other Marvel movies.
No, I remember because I'm trying to remember because I remember I didn't, like I said, I didn't go to theaters.
It would have been. You said you didn't go to the theaters for which one?
Okay, no, I didn't go to the theaters. I went to go watch Infinity War, and then my son was born, so I didn't go to the theater till Endgame came back. So when Endgame came around, that's so I didn't go to the theater. I did watch movies, but I didn't go to the theater until that one. And I remember being like, "Oh, what was the movie before that?" Infinity Wars was. I was like, "Oh yeah, Logan." I remember watching it. I watched this movie a lot. Hey,
Yeah,
Ben, how we doing there? How's it going?
Oh man, I'm doing great this week. Mainly because we got to watch these two great movies, and I'd just like to welcome everybody to Side by Side Movie Podcast. We're keeping the podcast. I don't care what you say. But anyway, no, man, these movies are awesome. I love comic book movies. I don't really read comics, which is kind of
Well, you like
kind of
comic book
goofy.
movies, you know?
Well, I like the kind of the mythology. I like looking up backgrounds on stuff and kind of trying to figure out where they might go sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It's one of those things where it's like movies you can do research on to see if you can figure out how they're gonna end. You know, like
You said it right out of my brain. Like that's what I'd say.
yeah. Well, and like so, I have somebody at work that I talk to about. He's like really heavy into the comics, and we talk about Marvel and Star Wars and all that. And he was telling me about like the Thor core. And I was like, I bet you that's going to be in the new Thor Love and Thunder movie. And I was like, because it would be like a Citadel of Rick of Thor's. And that's because he was like trying to explain it to me, and I was like the Green Lantern Corps. He's like, yeah, kinda. And I was like, and then he started explaining it. I said, it'd be like the Citadel of Rick. He was like, exactly. And
dude, that means Beta Ray Bill might come out then.
I think, dude, well, they already showed his face in Thor Ragnarok. I think it's just gonna happen.
Like I said, I don't read up on anything. I like things just to kind of hit me while I'm at the movie. I will totally avoid everything. Like, even
did you watch the trailer yet?
For Thor? Yeah, I just saw it recently. I saw it and I was kind of like, oh, I feel like I'm just saying this. I feel like Thor is only in the trailer. He's not gonna be in the movie. Something's gonna happen to him where he's gonna work with the Chris Hemsworth's character is gonna go away, and then someone else is gonna fill in.
I think you are partial. I think we're gonna get overload of Chris Hemsworth. So this is another side by side bet.
Oh no!
Here it is, man. So in July 2022, we will have the results for you. But for right now, we're just gonna.
So what's the bet? What's the BET before we get started on this?
The bet is that there is going to be numerous Chris Hemsworths. We are going to see at least, I would say, 3 Chris Hemsworths on a screen and 1 iteration of Jane. And that is my hypothesis, my guesstimate of what is going to happen.
Well, being that I'm
good man, what do you think?
Well, being that I'm not looking anything into the movies, just to going, this is a blind bet for me. I will take your wager in saying that you are basically playing a bet against the house, or because I don't know what to expect. But if there aren't, this is how it works. If there aren't multiple versions of Chris Hemsworth, then I win this bet. But if there are multiple versions or parallel universes versions, then you win. This is how this bet works. And by the way, just we know that this is our second side by side bet because I won the first one. It was Dan Aykroyd, and we'll be getting that punishment soon. We've talked about this. We'll be getting that punishment out the way. But welcome everybody to Side by Side Movies, the show where two friends watch two movies and they have too much fun because all we do is talk about. We try to find out what these movies have in common or how we got here. It's all organic show. Remember, it's all natural, all organic. Nothing is made overnight.
Non-GMO.
No GMO. We're fresh. Nothing's made overnight. Nothing is made in a microwave. Right? Fresh, made on the spot. Like today, I watched both movies today.
Like we're fresh frozen. I finished it. I finished Logan up today. I have been watching them on my lunch breaks. I've been trying to utilize time in different ways. So I've been watching movies in segments.
Yeah, no, you're right. And but I mean, I saw these movies like a couple of months ago. I like these movies. Wolverine is one of those. Well, let's talk about it real quick. Well, we're doing the Wolverine 2013 PG-13, 2 hours 6 minutes. Action sci-fi. Wolverine comes to Japan to meet an old friend whose life he saved years ago, and gets embroiled in a conspiracy involving Yakuza and mutants. Director James Mangold, writers Mark Baumbach and Frank Scott, stars Hugh Jackman, Will Young Lee, and Taiyo Okamoto. And we're comparing that with, or putting it up next to, because I'm not really comparison here. It's Logan, 2017, rated R, 2 hours, 17 minutes. Action, drama, sci-fi. In a future where mutants are nearly extinct, an elderly and a weary Logan leads a quiet life. But when Laura, a mutant child purposed by scientists, come to him for help, he must get her to safety. Director James Mangold, writers James Mangold, Frank Scott, and Michael Green, stars Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Daphne Keane. All right, let's get it going.
Oh, man. Let me just say, Logan is probably up there on one of my favorite superhero movies, without a doubt. William, thank you for dropping in.
Guys from Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what that means, CJ, but that's your interpretation. But anyway, back to Logan.
Logan's son.
Yes, Logan's son. Dude, Logan, that's, like I said, one of my favorite, probably right after Avengers, just the original Avengers. Probably, I think, one of the best superhero movies. It would probably be that. They're maybe tied for first. But one thing I would like to mention is I have owned this movie since 2017, whenever it was released. It may have been 2018, regardless. And I purchased it with a Blu-ray copy. It comes with a digital copy, and I am currently watching the Logan Noir, if you will. It's the black and white version of Logan, which I just have to say is it's beautiful. It really is. I really enjoy a black and white movie, especially if it's not like if you saw it in color and then you see it in black and white, you just get to see. I don't know. It just looks different. Like the scene.
I didn't. Here it is, right here.
Yeah, exactly. The scene in the house later on in the movie where they're staying with that family.
Yeah,
and X-24 comes in and you see Charles in the bed and just talking, like it just it just hits different. I don't know why. But regardless, I got the digital copy still. It's been like 4 years. And I got the digital copy. I hit the QR code and it popped right up. I was able to put it on there. And I don't know if you know this, but sometimes on there it says only good through, like may not work after. And I just thought that was interesting.
Some of those have worked after I already used them. I know I've done that before where I purchased one and I was like, oh, I don't remember where I downloaded it. I lost it. And I just did it again and it worked. And it was like years later.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. Sometimes I've purchased some that said it's has already been used. And I was like, no, I just bought this. I was like, it's not activated. And all I could do, and I think I spoke to somebody about, I called somebody at customer service and they said, they were like, oh, well, you just got to go buy a new one. And I was like, what? It's like that was like
Buy a new DVD
I
or
would, but
Blu-ray.
yeah, but then my thing was like, but if I buy a new one and it does it again, how am I not being able to download them? I never download. They said, sir, you redeemed it, sir. I was like, no, I just opened it. It was still in plastic. But man, I mean,
Oh,
Logan,
well, that's a fail safe for them. It's like, well, it's done.
yeah. I mean, that's all they can do because I see. I would
Yeah,
think like if I was working at the other end, I'm like, well, this is what I'm seeing, and then they told me I can't. I'm sorry, I can't give you your free movie that you already paid for.
yeah.
But I mean, that's a pretty
Right,
cool Logan Noir.
right. Yeah,
But I gotta say for dude, Logan, yeah, like I saw it. I know I saw it 4 times in the theater because after
yeah.
the first time, I was like, did I really just see this, or do I need to go back into watch it right after? And then like I saw it like again, like I think I saw it like on a Sunday, then I saw it again like on a Tuesday. So I was like, dude, I mean, it's just the same week, dude. I was hooked on Logan. I thought it was an awesome movie, just like the
Yep,
way it comes out. One of my buddies said that he's like, it's like an independent movie with a budget, independent film with a budget, like,
yep.
and I was like, yeah, it does have that feel. It does have that like gritty sense to it. It's just the way the story's told, and if you've kept up with like any of the Marvel movies, because just the way Logan is told is one of my favorite things about this story. Also, it's like a futuristic story, but it's not like super futuristic.
It's
And
2029, so
yeah, no,
almost 10 years in the future at that time. Oh, if you want to go ahead and knock those comments out there, CJ,
oh, I got
we
some
got some
comments.
of our, yeah, we got our fans,
Oh yeah,
our number one fans.
God. Sign, like Brendan Fraser and Bedazzled. Oh, it's just that one time. You are now blocked. All of you blocked. Out of here.
Block it.
It feels like I feel like a bouncer at a club. I'm like, get out of here.
Get out of here, you naked HD ladies. What's
Ladies,
wrong with you?
hey, it's a disco stew. And, but I mean, but say the thing about Logan. Let's see, like just I mean, I just found this what do you call it, poster or flyer. I was like, because the marketing's amazing on this, on both these movies,
Yes.
on the Wolverine and Logan. The marketing's amazing. I mean, I guess that might be James Mangold is like idea, or maybe a little bit behind
I
it because
wish I wish they would let him wrote. I wish he had written the Wolverine as well. I think he would have blown it out
well
of the water.
apparently because like apparently what I found on why because you know you just watch, we read what you love, and more like you know things you fought. I like Logan a lot, and then I found a lot of people talking about how they're comparing it to another movie, Shane. Have you heard of the movie Shane?
Yes, I think it was based off of that, right?
Yeah, I
Is that
think
isn't that what was playing in the background?
yeah, actually in the movie, yeah. So they
Yeah,
talk. There's a lot of people that are like, it's just Shane, but I'm like, I don't know what Shane is, but I think it's pretty awesome that there's a movie that kind of if you're able to like modernize it, you know what I mean, like tell
yeah,
it from
and
that point of
then
view, and then change it up.
add Wolverine to it as well. You know,
That's true. You know, I think I mean even watching it like right now, like the most like recently today, it's just like seeing him like I'm focusing on little things now, like when he pulls his claws out of his arm, like it really not only does it hurt him pulling it out, retracting, but he's slicing his hand up, and he
yeah.
can't heal. It's like your Father Time is coming in, like you know. I mean,
Well,
I just
and
have it playing, and
you
it's
you know why Father Time's coming in, right?
why.
Because he's been eating all that stuff that's been killed in mutants. That mutant gene. The professor admits it at the end. He's like, yeah, we put it in food and disabled the gene,
Ah,
and
I didn't pick up on that.
so that's why he's degenerating. Is because he's slowly getting killed by this, what they're feeding to everybody.
So it's in the food. It's like
Yeah,
Soylent Green is
it
people.
yeah, man. It's like they're poisoning everybody through, or well, all the mutants uh,
That's how they're able to make them extinct.
through the supply chain. Yeah,
And because they have to eat, so they just found a way to just damn. It's like it trips me out that I mean, God, dude, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just on that scene right now where it's like and they're in the Oklahoma casino, and
uh-huh.
Professor Xavier's having that aneurysm. It freezes everybody.
Oh,
What a
dude.
well! Like I remember, dude, I remember that was my favorite scene. Like just in the movie theater, you just feel the vibrations. It's so long, it keeps you in that bubble. Like, and then the way just like people are just
How,
dying and they can't move because it's just like it's so insane that they make Professor X like he's a nuclear weapon. Like
yeah.
he's a massive weapon of mass destruction. Like he's considered that. That's insane. I love that the buildup for Wolverine using his claws is finally a thing now because we saw him in X2, which for the longest time X2 was my favorite Marvel movie. like for the longest time. And then Spider-Man 2 were up there. I was always like, they're always battling. Like, which one do I like better? Like, I think I leaned a little bit more towards X2 because of the cameos. But then there's certain things I don't like about, like, they removed Cyclops and Professor X for the majority of the movie. Like, they're gone in the middle part of it. And then, but I do like the Colossus cameo. I do like that they have, Iceman and Pyro and Rogue kind of going on the journey. So there's certain things about that. But I think it's just also the nostalgia I love about it. But when Logan came out, the way it's told, I was like, oh, dude, this is something completely different. And then just watching it and going over it and just like staying in the moment, it's a great movie.
Oh, totally agreed. Totally agreed.
And I guess that's why they're. And I was looking at the Hugh Jackman, like, as a old, like, because I guess the food is killing them, but it's also what do you call, because he can heal, so it just kind of just prolongs his death.
Right.
But he so that's how he's able to not survive. But even when they said that there hasn't been any mutants for 5 years, now they're coming back. Like, that just shows me, like, kind of there's trends, I guess, in life. And you have, like, the things are gonna come and go in waves, because even as they got rid of the mutants, they came back. Now I'm wondering, is this post-apocalypse environment? Is it because there's no more mutants? Is that why it's so, like, gross and
I think it's just because, well, I don't even see it as, like, gross necessarily. I think it's I mean, do you feel like, I think the only reason we feel like it's post-apocalyptic is because it's like a little bit in the future. It looks like
yeah.
it's a little, I mean, it does look a little bit more dystopian. I see what you mean there. But it looks more or less the same.
It looks the same, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too far into the future. It doesn't. I mean, yeah.
I feel like when we watch this in 2031, where it's gonna be either at par or it's not gonna be extremely off. You're right. I think, like,
No.
it'll be 2 years from the movie's time point, like 2 years past, and it's gonna be at least some kind of it. I don't know. I'm very plugged in nowadays because of all the digital stuff I do, and I'm like, man, we're living in The Sims, brother. Like, it's like anything you want to do, it's there. You want to do it online, you just have to imagine it, and it's like these movies are great because they really help, like, tell a story, convey a story, and also, like, in a creative way. And it's like, I mean, I just talk about them real quick. It's like, I liked X2 and then X2 and Spider-Man 2, and then Iron Man came on the scene and I just blew everything out. And then when Thor Ragnarok came out, that one really hit me in the laughs and the feels. Like, I was like, damn, this one's good. But it's weird because this is a Marvel movie, and this is Fox, or this was Century 21.
Yep, 20th Century Fox.
20th Century Fox. So this is like this is outside of the Disney. Well, I don't know. Disney didn't buy it till what, 2018?
No, yeah, no. This is before Disney took over. This was their last, like, hoorah. This is where they did the Fantastic Four reboot. I think that was in 2016. Wasn't terribly successful, and they were like, "All right, we can do a rated R movie and go from there."
Yeah, because this was before Deadpool, right?
No,
Deadpool
was 2016, I believe.
16,
yeah.
So the reason I was saying, like, in X2, Wolverine uses his claws, and it's the first time when he kills that guy with the like, when Bobby Drake is in the kitchen and he's drinking, and Wolverine steps away and he comes out, and he stabs him, and we were like, oh crap, finally got to use his claws. And then what else, like, other say what other so no, so he doesn't really use his claws, even in Days of Future Past. Like, he doesn't really use them. I mean, he has the wooden claws at that. So it's like he's like, you kind of get to see, because he can't really fight in Days of Future.
Bone claws.
Bone claws.
They're not like George Washington claws.
I did like Days of Future Past a lot. First Class was okay. I liked First Class, but Days of Future Past, I was like, I like this. And then give it up for Hugh Jackman to portray. I honestly think, and I'm probably gonna get crucified for this and blasphemy, but honestly think, like, there's a better Wolverine out there. I just like the fact that Hugh Jackman didn't give it up. Like, he did him with like 9 times, 10 times, something like that. Yeah. Like, I'm happy he knows, like, Wolverine character, that's mine. I got it. Like, I like that he didn't, like, step away, or I love that he
continued to sign contracts.
Yeah, like, it's his character. Like, that's what I like. Because Hugh Jackman's like 6'3", 6'4". Wolverine's like 5'4", 5'3". He's a smaller guy, I would, like, he's more of, like, Hugh Jackman still, I think, I mean, he's a great, I'm not saying anything bad. And this is the character role that made him. But he's I feel like Hugh Jackman's too chiseled, too leading man, too like handsome. Like where I feel like a shorter, stockier, like disgruntled like Wolverine character like would have been crazy. But I think we'll see that in the future because I mean it took him according to good old Kevin Smith like third Spider-Man to get it right with Tom Holland that they hit it right was like but I mean I love Tobey Maguire and Andrew
Of
Garfield
course.
so
Oh, you're talking like the third iteration of
yeah.
Spider-Man to really kind of nail. And that's not a terrible thing, really. I mean, because the the transformation of Spider-Man and kind of Wolverine too. I mean, what was cool about seeing X-Men from 2000 to Logan in 2017 was you got to see that character development. You got
Yeah.
to see that character start in one spot, come to another, and then you see him from the beginning, from X-Men Wolverine Origins, um,
Wait, you want to do that plug again?
X-Men Wolverine Origins. I enjoy the hell out of that movie, and I think honestly, I felt whenever the Wolverine came out, it took me a while to see it. I don't know why. I I guess I didn't think it was connected to X-Men Wolverine Origins,
Yeah,
and
you're
I
right.
felt
It doesn't have that.
it didn't feel like it was connected to it, and I was like, damn, I really kind of wanted that. I wanted that connection, and so I think that's why it kind of took me a while to see it. But they do it is connected. Kayla, I believe, is who he was married to in that movie, and she does have like Logan. They have her voice
Yeah.
kind of like from Rise of Skywalker with Ray and everything. Let me check on that real quick though.
You do some fact checking. I just like the fact that now that if when my son goes back and watches these, I'm like, they're because you're right. I was more connected. I was when they were coming out. I was watching them. And I was like, oh man, they're all connected. But they're I feel like these are more like side stories or side quests or side books, side novels, like where you have the main ones and then here what he did in between
Yeah,
this time frame.
and her name was Kayla. So there is connection there, and they did at least do that. It was just a little kind of throwaway line that you wouldn't know unless you had the subtitles
Oh,
on.
okay, so in the Wolverine, he loses an adamantium. How does he get him back in Logan?
Um, I don't know.
And another thing that tripped me out is how come
I don't. I don't think they were planning on making Logan. So, and
but
honestly, it could be another timeline.
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of cool. But check this out. How come? And I don't know if this is the nerd in me, and I'm pretty sure I can Google this, and there's gonna be a million answers. But how come Wolverine's claws don't come out looking like bones with the adamantium? They come out looking like blades.
It's because,
Because
well, I mean,
they're not
his bone.
they're not bone blades. The blades
No,
don't come out
no.
because the adamantium goes over. It's just a coating over the bone. That's all.
Okay.
It's infused. So why doesn't it come out looking? It should look like the bones, but in adamantium. Why are they actually blades? They
How
sharp.
come? How come? Whenever you dip hot dogs in corn dog batter, they don't look exactly like corn dogs. They look like puffed up, or they don't look like hot dogs. All right,
You
they
gotta
look
explain
like
that. You gotta
puffed
explain
up.
that better, dude. I don't know what you
Well,
said.
no, okay, okay. He has sharpened bone claws. Okay, they're claws. All right,
But wouldn't
and
it
then
look
and
like
then you put a
like
coating of metal on there. Okay, they're sharp. That's kind of
wouldn't
cool.
it look like this though? But it wouldn't have the blade. It would look more of a cylinder looking thing, wouldn't it? Because
Well,
you see him in X Men Origins. You see the bone,
ah, yeah, you
and
do, and you
and
also
then
see the shitty CGI
hey,
of the
we don't talk.
claws.
We didn't talk about that. Oh, when he was in the restroom.
Yes.
You know what, dude?
Ah,
I ignored that. And as soon as I
I
walked out, and I started hearing that's the one thing everyone was complaining about. And then
yeah.
online, I was like, things were just coming up to me. And I was like, oh crap, I thought that wasn't that bad. And people were like,
I
it's horrible. I went back and I watched it. I was like, oh, it's horrible.
I couldn't ignore it, but I didn't hold it against the film.
Yes, but I mean, look at this. This is still scary. This is adamantium, and they're just like. But I always wondered, well, how come they're not bones? Like,
Well, I mean, they're gonna maybe they're sharp bones. I mean, they're claws, man.
but
They're
those are
claws that are coming out. They just look a certain way. I'm sure they have, like, if you took a close look at them, and probably whenever they were doing, I mean, the shitty CGI on the regular claws. Imagine them, with the bone claws. I mean, they're probably gonna look terrible. You know,
bone
uh,
claws.
Mark, Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, pick him up.
um, but no, I really can't explain why he has those claws. I mean, they don't even have. We don't even know who Xander Price is. This could be a totally
Yeah.
different iteration of Logan Wolverine. Um, it's very possible, but we just assume that this is a beat down Logan uh, from the movie before, which there's nothing really saying there is. So
Be-
this movie is great because it is what you want it to be. If you want it to be the third Wolverine movie in a trilogy, great. If you want this to be a standalone movie, great.
Man, God, I think now what you're just saying like that, the way I'm repeating what I was saying, I was just kind of like repeating. I'm repeating in my head what I was saying. And I was like, you know, what if they would have done like Logan and he's dead, and then just make another Wolverine movie, like not just like not like it's just another timeline, but like after his death, like just kind of like with the Scarlet Johansson with the Black Widow. Like she
Yeah.
dies, and then they like kind of like that. I would have liked to just keep going with it because it just seems now that the movies are a lot easier to make, and then with the CGI and everything, it's like I don't know. I would like to see more of like a Wolverine and Punisher team up, and even like that. We don't really have a Punisher. We do
Oh yes, we
now.
do.
We do
John
Bathrol,
Berthenol.
Barthenol.
Berthenol. Yeah.
Yeah, it's him. But I know now. But I mean, but we've had like three before him, so it's like
Yeah,
now
but
we
oh,
figured out.
and I think a lot of that is going to get tied up in a nice, neat bow, and Marvel can get all of its properties that it's acquired back since Daddy Disney went and bought everything, so they can make a little Malibu house. Oh, now we have the garage, we have Star Wars, and we have Marvel. Oh, we'll just buy 20th Century Fox, getting the rights. Give me the whole thing. Sony, watch out. But no, man.
Isn't that
I
called a monopoly?
It would be if yeah, actually it is.
It's a
But
monopoly.
um
You don't do it, but I'm going to do it.
yes, you know, but we'll see. We may have some busters coming around wanting to knock Disney down. But honestly, this is the one monopoly I'm okay with. At least for right now. As long as it doesn't go bad.
You know what? I'm just
You know?
realized when you said we were talking about Logan, you said Disney Plus. Is Logan on Disney Plus?
No, I don't believe so. There's a very good chance it could be because they just bumped up the mature rating. Let's see here. Normally, my Roku will tell me, but
Yeah,
I don't believe so.
I feel like you're gonna have to go. I mean, first of all, that's a
Because
this
I
is
mean,
this,
the
this is a
Wolverine's on HBO Max.
yeah, and I think Logan is like a
This is a
hard
hard R.
a hard R, man.
It's
So
like it's like they made up for all the f bombs they couldn't do in the first three
yeah,
movies. There's like, okay, you get one, Hugh,
but you know what? I
one
do like
per movie, and then
I
they
do
were like, you can have as many as you want.
what you said
Uh,
earlier. Yeah, right. As like you said earlier, like they're pushing the envelope every time a little bit further till we get here. I mean, I'm about to creep up on the Professor X being killed by X-24, and
mhm.
God, I'm gonna watch it. And if I start crying, you know what's going down.
Yeah,
That scene is just so like I'm like, leave him alone. Like look at Professor X, Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart.
he
He does
does
a great
such a
job.
wonderful job at portraying somebody who is, used to be. Ah, man, that even sucks to say. Used to be a great man, but is
I said
now,
the most powerful man at one point,
yeah,
like physically the most powerful man in the world, universe, or in our world, I guess in that Earth. I'm not got multiverse. Never mind. But anyways, I think he is, and then now it's kind of crazy. And also, like I didn't pick up on Logan until this time around, where age really plays a big factor in this movie. Like Professor X is really really old in this movie. Not just to
yeah.
say Patrick Stewart's like looks old. I'm saying no, the actual character Professor X. By this point, he's really up in the 90s
Well,
because.
even in the Wolverine, whenever at the end of the movie when they did the cameo with him, I mean, he looks younger. He doesn't look as old as he does in Logan,
Wait,
and
Wait, is it's Wolverine and then Days of Future Past, right? Or
yes,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
I okay. So, but see, that's how I kind of view it. I guess we should just kind of clear that up. How chronologically we think this goes.
Because they do, because you're right. Because
It's ambiguous, really.
yeah. Because these are connected movies, or are they? Because they try to make them, but the whole time you're watching the movie, there's nothing connected to the last throwaway scene. We're like, no, we're in our universe. Look at this. I see now that I'm talking about it, it's a move they do a lot. But when I watch it, I like it. But as I talk about it, I don't. It's kind of like reading comments. Like I put my own emotion in it, in their words, other people's words. But no, I think Sir Patrick Stewart does an amazing job in this movie as Professor. Like now he's played him like quite a few times. I mean, even him at the end of Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine, like when he's standing and he's bald, and then he played the James McAfee, and he's standing but has hair and he's younger. It's like it's all weird. Like but he's bald. It's like you know what I mean. Like they mess up. Like they're like okay, well, what kind of side story is this? But I mean, they're figuring it out. The next, like the Avengers were able to crawl off of this. We're all like, they're out to build off this, so it's a great thing.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. We didn't like. I mean, I know. I always liked my character. Once you cast somebody, keep them. Cast it as that character. And I don't know. I like that. That's my rule of thumb. But also, I never know what's going on with behind the scenes. You never know if the actor is like doing good or bad or whatnot. I mean, there's I guess I was gonna wait a little bit to do repeat offenders, but we're half hour in, man. Oh wait, we got a comment.
Hey,
Joe Ridgely. Good evening, gentlemen. I was actually watching the Wolverine on HBO Max a few days ago. Mm-hmm. I actually didn't remember seeing it. It threw me off because it's a Marvel movie. Apparently, HBO has the rights to Marvel movies made by Sony.
Then put Spider-Man on there.
Hey,
Quit screwing around.
Put the spider in.
Give me the man spider now.
Yeah, it's a good. Thanks, Joe. That dude. We were talking about that. Now he's.
Yep.
Dude, that's a good little treat there. Because it really does with contracts and everything to start intertwining, and like your content can't be like us as fans. We want the content to be so close to what we have, or even if you change the story a bit, but the everything's kind of the universe is still the same. But then once you start getting contracts and then you start getting like the rights, like even like they had to ask for Spider-Man to be in the MCU. So now is Spider-Man now part of the MCU, or is he back in Sony?
No, he's still part of the MCU.
So he got bought out like what Disney did buy Sony.
Well, no, they didn't buy so. Well, okay, I don't know, it's wonky. I think what they're gonna do is like give him Tom Holland and keep Andrew Garfield and try to run it out as best they can.
Oh, it's like a draft.
That's that's my guess, but I don't even know where. So I mean, at this point, Sony should just I know it's a lot of money, but for the good of the fans, man, for the fans, Sony, just give up Spider-Man. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, let's see.
I feel like I'm petting a dog as it's dying. It's okay. It's okay, Sony.
And I'm opposite. I'm hold your ground. I'm like, come and take it, Gonzales, Texas.
I want everything. I want everything on Disney Plus. All right, I paid $14.99 a month. I want Spider-Man on there.
I don't even know how my damn Netflix. I pay like $80. Nah, I don't. It's like $21 or something, or $17.
On Netflix?
Yeah, my Netflix. I see the payment now, and it's up there, and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have been like contract. I've had this since I was like 20 something. What is
when
it with
Joe's Apartment was the coolest movie on there?
We're gonna get there soon because Joe's Apartment has Jerry O'Connell, who plays Chip McNeely from Can't Hardly Wait. The girls still talk about him. Best advice he has: when you take a shower in the dorm rooms, use flip flops. It's like that's the best advice he can give you. Chip McNeely, the best advice he can give you is don't wear flip flops in the common area, the showers. Oh man, damn, that's a shirt.
What a trip!
Trip. Is it a trip or chip? It's that was trip.
I don't know. It's Chip McNeely. I don't know.
Chirp jobs. I mean, okay, so let's talk about Wolverine. I mean, we let in. Oh, real quick, I did want to talk about. Well, we go back to it. Let's talk about Wolverine. because there are quite a few repeat offenders in this episode. Well, not a
Yeah, from
few.
Mortal Kombat.
Brr, brr, brr. Yeah, we got Famika Jensen. She made it again.
Oh yeah, look at
I,
her.
so let me ask you this: her character, I told you,
Uh-huh.
I know she's in it, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's Jean Grey. It's supposed to be Jean Grey, but I don't know. I
Oh,
don't.
you like are so you're wondering if it's like the actual Gene like talking to him through her
No, no, no.
telepathic, or do you think it's like a or you
No,
what's
no, a little one step before that. I think it's a figment of his imagination, but
yes.
I think like her playing it, I don't feel like she's Jean Grey, like or Marvel Girl. I just feel like it can be like if you were to watch the Wolverine and then you would see this character, you'd be like, oh, it's some kind of old love or somebody he had before, but it's not Jean Grey. You know, it's not her. It's not the. But also too, like now that I look at it, like every time we break down Famika Jensen and as Jean Grey, I'm like, I think she's a way too much of a babe. Like I see Jean Grey as more of the girl next door, maybe, or like the school, like the proper.
I
And
think she
then
was perfectly cast.
you think so? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I think she's
Oh, okay, okay. I get what you're saying. Like from comic to movie
yes.
iteration, you don't believe. I was
No,
very
no, and the other
confused
ones,
for a
and the other
second.
one, and the other
Yeah,
ones, yeah,
okay.
and the other one, and this one's particularly. But
Oh,
if
and the other ones you think she was a good.
yeah, she's alright. Yeah, I like. Yeah, this one
But
I just
in this one you don't feel I need you to explain that further because I don't think I'm understanding what you're
I
saying.
just feel like she's a character in the movie. You don't know it's Jean Grey. Like you don't really know it's like you know he says Jean and you know it's like her, but I don't. What I'm trying to say is like if if Henry Cavill showed up in a DC movie and did all Superman things but wasn't called Superman, would you still think he was Superman?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine the opposite of that. So imagine like it's supposed to be Jean Grey, and you see Jean Grey like I see her 1, 2, and 3. This is more like Dark Phoenix Jean Grey, I guess. I guess if anything, I'm trying to figure out. I guess this is the last iteration of Jean would be the Dark Phoenix, but would stay like okay, it makes sense. Yeah. So
Oh, you feel like she is out of character. Her
yes,
previous characters that she played before. Like you
yeah.
don't feel like she's being authentic to the Jean Grey.
Well, not just her, just the way that she wrote they wrote her. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like the way
yeah,
she plays the character doesn't feel like the Jean Grey we saw in 1 through 3
yeah. Because even that, I mean, that character goes through a like
transformation.
she goes through
Okay,
a huge
okay.
transformation, and
I'm picking
then
up what
so.
you're putting down.
But I just answered my own thing when I said it's his last memory of her was the Dark Phoenix, and that's why she looks like this. Like if you look at her, I don't. This doesn't look like Jean Grey, but if it's the last look was the Dark Phoenix, then yes, this is what.
I I think that this yeah, well, I think that was the only Jean Grey that actually really kind of messed with him because she was always with Scott.
That's true. Because yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So that may be why he holds on to that so much is because that's the Jean Grey he wanted, and then that's the Jean Grey he got.
man, that's now that we're talking about it, it's a little. I wish they
That's
would
kind of
elaborate.
cool.
It's trippy. I wish they would have put a little bit more in there. Damn. I wish I got. I mean, you get enough. I mean, just a
No, I
little
mean,
bit.
but that's why we have these so we could break it down and
Yeah.
figure out, this is why it seems that way, or that's a reason why we get this kind of character.
Yeah, here's what Joe said. She was good in that Netflix show with the werewolves and monsters. Name is escaping me at the moment. Just a quick little look. There's nothing hard about that. Let's see where we at.
Let's do some digging, CJ.
The
Dig
butcher's on
away.
it. The butcher's right
Yeah,
on it.
he'll use his axe for digging.
What would be? It says a Netflix show recently. I don't. Man, there's so much stuff out. Let's see.
Make good gents.
What would be? So, Days of Future Past was 2014.
Yep.
Wow, that's almost 10 years old. It's a show called Super Mansion.
Okay.
Well, I'll look it up.
Logan is not on Disney Plus, by the
It's
way.
not.
X
Oh,
Men Wolverine Origins, though,
it's on.
that's on Disney Plus.
What do you think about the? I mean, what do you think about that one? I mean, I know you like it, but what do you like? Like, what do you think about when you compare it to Wolverine? Like,
Whenever I compare it to Wolverine and Logan, it's a popcorn film. It's a popcorn movie. These are films. The Wolverine is 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 kind of toting the line between popcorn movie and film. Logan for sure, 100% film, without a doubt. This was a movie that it was written as a uh, buddy comedy that's not really a comedy; it's a drama,
Yeah, drama.
and it's a road trip story. And then you put Wolverine in there, and it's a perfect combination. It's the exact like this isn't a superhero movie where anything is at stake besides the reputation of the bad guy.
And the
That's
thing,
it. That's all. Is
yeah,
liability. That's
and
all that it
that's
is.
a good point. And also too, there's really no like there's no superpowers really. You could easily take, you're like one step away from getting rid of the mutant powers,
Yeah.
and it becomes just a drama. It's a good point. Wolverine, I'm on you. I'm on you. I'm on you, Ben. I'm on that idea that you're saying, that I feel like it's like, because Wolverine came first, so I feel it's that first transition of like, all right, here's the popcorn flick. Now we're going film, and Logan's like, here's the film, where Wolverine Origins is just popcorn. We're just gonna figure it out. I mean, the intro to that movie by far is one of my favorite intros to a movie.
Oh, of
And,
X Men Wolverine Origins. Oh
yes,
yeah,
there's
just the transition going from war to war, fighting. Oh, it's yeah.
it's hard when they make Sabretooth and Wolverine brothers. I don't know why they do that. But like, they could, I like that if they would have made them like long lost friends, or maybe brothers in the beginning, but they forget they're brothers kind of thing. But I mean, from X
Well,
Men,
that kind of happens because
well, I
once
mean,
he,
from the first X Men to that one, like the Sabretooth doesn't even. But I mean, it's Taylor Mays, and he doesn't recognize him. But it's a different
yeah,
Sabretooth, different. I don't know, but at that point, like, I think the fact that they make them brothers really throws me off. It's Jim, and the other one, what's his name? Victor.
yeah,
Victor. And that's another thing. He's like yelling the whole time in the.
Hemlock Grove. Got a comment
He
over there.
found it out. Found it. Hemlock Grove. Think there were 2 or 3 seasons.
Oh, I
The
think
guy who
it's
played the current It was her son in it.
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. Bill
Skarsgård. Is it
Skarsgård.
Bill?
Bill
Skarsgård.
William. There's got a lot of those Skarsgårds. There's like 5 of
Bill.
them. They're like the
Bill
Handler.
Hader.
They're like Bill Hader. That guy from Oklahoma. Let's see.
Bill Hader is? Oh
Yeah,
man.
he's from
Oh,
Oklahoma.
Barry season 3 is coming out soon.
Oh
Oh,
yes. Oh dude,
you've watched Barry, right?
I met Henry Winkler
Hey,
in
do we have
2020.
any besides Joe? Do we have anybody out there watching us? Any other viewers?
Two.
Hey,
Joe's.
viewers, do y'all watch Barry? If you haven't, do it. But yes, sorry. Continue.
No,
With
I
your
met the
Henry Winkler.
Fonz in December 2019 at the Wizard World, and they were doing a meet and greet on like something late May for digital. I think I'm gonna go back and go to Henry Winkler and talk about him when we talked about Side by Side, because dude, that guy's awesome. Like, dude, I love telling my Henry Winkler story because he was so honest, and so the way he did it with me was when it was my turn I ended up talking to like his handler, or the guy that does all the talking for him, like, because they stand there. That guy's name is Bobby, and that guy was funny as hell. Like, I ended up taking a selfie with him because I ended up talking to him for like 15-20 minutes. So I was like letting people pass me while I was just letting them talk, and people were going by me, and I'm just listening to Bobby and I are just talking. And then I was there for like 20-30 minutes, and then finally everyone was kind of like in that little section. They took off, and then he goes, hey, he goes, Henry, he goes, what's up, Bobby? He goes, this is CJ. You gotta come talk to him. He's cool. And I started talking, and then he goes, hey, tell me, CJ, come on, what's up? Talk to me. And I go, well, I'm an actor, and I'm a filmmaker, and I go, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm an actor, and he goes, oh, and I go, and I do animation, but acting I really enjoy. And he like put his hands, like, I'm a lot taller than him, but he put his hands like on my shoulders like that, and he goes, tell me, and I need to know. And he's looking me in my eyes, how much do you love acting? And I go, oh, I love it, man. I enjoy it. Once I figure it out, he goes, it's so great, isn't it? And he just started sharing his experience with acting with me. And you're just like, holy shit, this dude really is that, like, he's that cool. Like, it's like, holy shit, like, he's got it. And a side note, the restaurant I was working at the time was right outside the convention center. And he walked in, and the hostess didn't know who he was, and they didn't have a seat. And they go, sorry, sir, you have to go somewhere else. And like our GM heard it, and he was like, get out of my way. He's like, no, sir,
Yeah.
for you, I'll make a table. And they went and made him a table. Though the only thing that sucked is that his table was kind of on the walkway to the restroom. So people were like, is that Henry Winkler? So one lady actually like just stood there and like just stared at him. Like, she was older, and she was just like staring, like she wanted to talk to him, but she didn't know what to do. So she just stared there. And finally Bobby was like, excuse me, ma'am, do you just want to come and say hi? And he's like, I do, I really do. It's one of my favorite. He's like, oh, come on. And so like they talked to her for like 5-10 minutes, and then she walked away. And then she was like, "Oh my god, every week later," and then everybody's like, "Yeah, leave him alone." Like yeah, it's like it's a fancy ass restaurant lady. But
She was starstruck.
yeah, no, dude, she got. I mean, that's happened to me. So like,
Yeah.
do you want to meet John Carpenter? I was like,
Well, and she's probably you used to go to Comic Cons, and so
yeah,
she probably doesn't do anything like that. So whenever she sees somebody famous, she's like, oh,
it
it's a
it
different. Especially if she was older. It's a different experience.
You're right, and
Yeah.
it is something like you start to get a little bit like now I know how to approach people and I know how to talk to them, and I look at the whole thing though. If they're like in a bad mood, I don't try to mess with them.
I have a question. Do you treat them like a person? Is that
No,
how
no,
you do it?
no, I don't. I do not. I go in there and I'm like, I love you. Thank you ever so much for everything you done. You're such a god.
See, I just figure you would just act like they weren't famous, and that would be the way to be like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you.
So Ben, you are right. You are absolutely right. But I fanboy out. Yeah, I can do that with people that I respect and I get their movies, but once in a while I will fanboy out, and it's not like
Yeah.
I'm like, I just can't think. I'm like, oh shit, I had all these questions and I wrote them down, but I kind of because I just want to hang. I just want to talk to them like a person. But
Yeah.
then there's sometimes I get there and I'm like, I have a specific question that I want answered, or I'm like, or I've talked to them before and like, yeah, remind me later, we'll talk about it. And then later comes and I don't even talk about it because I'm just like, oh, what did you do here? And or they'll bring up something and I'll just talk to them about it.
So, do you have like a go-to question for everybody?
No, they're all different.
Oh, well then here, can I suggest a go-to question?
What's up?
What's your favorite film? I know it's kind of like generic and everything,
I
but
got
maybe,
I got that question, but I do a little different. I do.
how's it go?
Well, it depends. Well, it all depends, like how the approach comes, and if it's somebody, because I do. You're right. I did. There are some people that I do ask them when when I do the virtual ones. Like if I have a question, I'm like, so what is your favorite film by any chance? Like I want to know, and then they all like some of the true like real real artists. They'll be like, man, I'm a fan of movies, brother. Like I'll tell you, my favorite movies are boom, 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 and they already have them loaded.
Yeah.
So it's like that's awesome. Even like what's your favorite film?
Mine, I have two. This is always my answer. Tombstone and Jurassic Park. Those are the top two. Anything past that, it's probably going to vary. It's probably going to vary from how I'm feeling that day. But yeah.
Well, you do. So my buddy and I, Ben Garrett, we do a show called Side by Side Movies, where we take two movies and we just talk about them. We ended up one year, our first season, we ended doing Jurassic Park and Hackers, and then we went to Tombstone and Wyatt Earp. And I just found out that those are Ben Garrett's favorite movies, and so I will connect it like that. Like if that answer, like you just gave me like that, and that's a great answer. I would connect it like that, and I would try to find a way to keep it going because it's like I don't know, it's pretty cool when you get to see the behind the scenes. Now check this out. I found this image from Logan. So the part where you see the transition scenes where he's like doing the jobs and he got those girls that the one girl flashes him.
Yeah.
So I was like, I found like there's like a
Did
fan.
did she actually flash him?
Yeah,
I was watching this.
yeah.
Okay, like I said, I've been watching it on my lunch break, so I was watching it at work, and like I saw it. I was like,
There's some nips
I
in there.
couldn't
Yeah.
I couldn't see.
So this is just them with Hugh Jackman taking the photo. That's just a fan film, right? But it's fun. Like it's kind of cool. Like it's like you break character. But I'm saying like this is just like fans hanging out. Like I don't know how they got the I don't know if they're actresses or extras or friends of the.
Well, they're in
actor-
movies, CJ. They're actresses.
Oh yes. Well, actress is actually someone that trains to be a
Oh,
a
so it's not like
performer.
Joe Rogan says about comedians. Like if you've gotten up there, you're a comedian.
I think so. I think if you, I don't know. I'm starting to understand it now, and I think if you do get up there, you are a comedian. But it depends how good. It depends what level you
But
are. You could be a crappy one, but you're a
yeah,
comedian, or you
exactly.
could be
Yeah,
a good one. You don't know it, but yeah.
but the same does you don't think applies to film? Just curious.
Well, because I think, dude, I think you can make anybody an actor. As a director, as a filmmaker, I can make anybody do what we need to get out of the scene, out of the shot. And it's just repetition and in the shot and practice and blocking. But I would say like if with an actor, like a real trained actor, I don't have to tell you. They'll pick up on their own. Like if somebody that's an actor, like even if they're just starting out, but they're trying to figure it out, they'll be like, I don't like that take. Can we do it again? And you'll be like, no, it was good. And they'll be like, I could do better. And you're like, well, I thought it was great. Please, I'm like, go for it. All right. Like someone else, they're just like,
You want Edward Norton and Birdman. Well, no. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Bring it back. No, that's what I'm saying. Not all the time, but if you get like that's how I am too as an actor. But you'll get if I get a friend that's doing something I'm telling them, they'll do it literally what I tell them. But with an actor, I need a little. If you get a little not pushback, but a little feedback, it helps you out a little bit more. When you're trying to meet them in the middle, it's supposed to be like, hey, can you grab this? And they're just like, can you close your mouth? It's like where an actor would have been like, did I do that with my mouth open? Did I, how it's like they're aware of the character,
Yeah.
So it's like that's why. But anybody, I don't see it. Yeah, anybody in a movie, anybody could be in movies. It's not hard. It's now I'm trying to really figure that out. We're I think as a unit, we're all trying to figure that out because I think anybody can make a movie these days. It's about popularity and who's going to watch your movie and who's going to pay to watch your movie. But I mean, these movies. Let's talk about that. Like Logan, guess what the budget was? They're playing we hit the part of our show where we're gonna get to the Wikipedia pages and see what the cost of budgets and gross income is. This is where I asked Ben what
he thinks. This is a fun game. I always enjoy this game.
I think it's because you're getting better at it every time, Ben. All right now for the Wolverine, what was the budget?
100 million.
Damn. Ding, 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 ding. Well, it's 100 million. It's 132 million, but you said 100. You got it.
Oh, it's one of those with a range?
Yeah, but I mean, you hit 100. You hit the right. Yeah. You can't go lower than that. So you got it right. It's like, if you bet $1 or 99 cents, you bet the dollar.
Yeah.
You got it right. So box office, what did it bring in? Yeah, I think you're going to get
it probably brought in 750 million.
No. Off.
How, like, a lot?
You're off by a lot.
Damn. 500 million?
414. You usually, I think, 414.8. So, but,
okay.
I mean, you're right. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that. All right. Yeah. So now we're doing again. Logan, what do you think?
90 million. I don't think it was higher than the Wolverine.
There's 97 million, but this one has a 97 through 127, but it's still not higher than Wolverine.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that. Yeah, this feels like a lower budget movie.
What was the box office?
The box office. This one I feel would be 630 million.
Damn, close, dude, close. 619.3, I believe. Was
okay. So
you're getting good at this. Yeah. So honestly, your first answer for Wolverine actually would have just been swapped. If you would have swapped it for Logan, you would have got him.
Yeah,
you would have gone perfect.
And that's maybe why I don't know. Why is that? Why didn't Wolverine? Because that feels more like, and that may be why it felt like more of that movie. It felt closer to X-Men Origins. I feel like people had a really sour taste in their mouth over that movie.
I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this, Wolverine. I'm like you just said. I think it's because I only went back to watch the Wolverine twice, and I went back to watch Logan like five times.
It was all you, CJ. Way to go.
Not me. I'm just saying. If I went back to watch it, what do you call it? There's a lot more people that went back to watch it. So, well, it's not that. I support the movie theater, sir, because I buy the matinee tickets. But then I buy all the popcorn. I see, like I said, you go to Regal's, you buy the Zap Pack, you get a little bit of popcorn. You can't get the cherry cola anymore. There's not there anymore. And now you have to get something else. But you get a little bit of soda, a little fruit snacks. That's all you need. And you order yourself a pickle. You don't need to be eating a whole tub of popcorn. But if you want, go for it. I do it too, but I do that at home because it's cheaper.
Man, I always have candies in my snack in my pockets. So
and the beers.
At all times, yeah. And I could hide a cake in there. One time, no joke, hid a whole Chick-fil-A sandwich in my beard, snuck it right into the theater.
No, you didn't really. I believe you could do that.
I believe I could too, but I've never done it. Okay, so quick question. I'm at the part where Xavier is holding everything down in the Oklahoma casino. Now, why does the elevator work just fine?
Well, everything works. It's people. It's our brains. They're shocking the people. Like the cars are still going. They're still wrecking. It's like the time didn't stop. It's just people because he basically.
It's temporary paralysis for people. They even said it.
So he basically we're all connected, and he connected us all, and then we paused us all. So
interesting.
That's kind of how that.
Oh, and this first kill is just amazing. Just right in the face.
God, that would suck. You see it coming that slow. You're like, oh no, like I want to die.
Right.
But
Oh man.
the eyeballs, like just the perfection, the way they. I want to know how long they practice these shots, because like the eyeball for them to kind of get the guy's like the eyeball moves the fastest, because
Uh huh.
it's instant. Like our eyeballs move super fast. Wow. But I mean, like, I also want to talk about Daphne Keene as
Yeah,
the child. She does a great job. I mean,
she really does.
I think with like Tom Holland, he really got the role for Spider Man because he did parkour, and he wanted to be Spider Man. So that's what that helped him out a lot, doing backflips and stuff. But also, I mean, he's just kind of perfect for the role. Daphne, on the other hand, is the same way. I think she's a Olympics or something like that. What did she do? I can't. I remember I looked at notices a while back. Daphne Keane Fernandez is a British and Spanish actress who played the role of Anna Annie Cruz Oliver in the television series The Refugees and the mutant Laura Kinney X-23 in 2017's film Logan. She is the daughter of British actor Will Keane and Spanish actress, theater director, and writer Maria Fernandez. Oh crap! Sorry, I hit my hand. Ake Keane made her acting debut in 2014. Never mind. I'm over it. I was like, where was I? I thought she was. I thought trivia. Here we go. Oh no, something else. Never mind. Scratch that from the records. Anyways, but I thought she does a great job. I can't tell if she's like freaking if that's her doing most of the stuff, but her being
I,
quiet, being silent was a good was a cool like little like. No, when my son was born, he didn't talk for like the first like year,
yeah.
and then now he won't stop talking, so that's great. And
Well,
they,
what's so great about her her acting is that she's able to emote. You
mhm.
can tell what's going on in her head without her talking. Like you could see her feeling, like you can feel her love for Xavier. I know they've only known each other for a couple days, but I feel like at the end of this journey, there is love there because they have that connection. They have that understanding of like they are the same,
Yeah,
between Laura and Logan. Um, but you know, she can she does a great job for that. Like she doesn't even need to talk. She can just emote that way, and it's I think that's what makes her such a great actress for this this movie. Like
yeah.
it's it's just amazing. And even going back whenever they show you clips of what the kids went through and just like
Oh,
Logan watching that and just, feeling for it too. Like he doesn't know how to act, and I think that's an interesting way to portray Logan. I mean, he's mean. He doesn't care. It's a kid. He's like, you're just like a bird. Side in my thorn or thorn
yeah,
in my
throwing in my
side.
side, dude. I did pick up on this go around too. How he really he's like it's just like his heart. I don't know how cheesy this is gonna sound for the Logan character Hugh
It
Jackman,
can't take it.
but like his heart is doing all the actions, but his words he's just like so pissed off, angry. The way he talks to everybody, just it's like yeah, he's over it. Like like he's over the whole shit. But I'm watching them carry him. But it's at the very end, and they're carrying him up the like that gurney.
Mhm.
And I remember in X Men Origins, he sits on the motorcycle and he's all heavy. Now, is he like the Terminator, where he's all metal, so he's heavy, or is like so? Is that why Logan is super jacked because he's constantly having to carry those that heavy ass, and his muscles are just
Probably.
constantly tearing and ripping and healing, tearing, ripping. Like so, he's every time he
There's
moves, it's a
they had
workout.
Yeah, it has to be it. That's why they're bulging out
That's
in
I mean
X Men.
I'm being
Yeah,
like I'm being a
yeah,
fan here. I'm just
yeah.
is that kind of like a
That very well could be.
yeah is
That
that what
is that's an interesting observation. Um, I feel like we should have just done side by side by Logan and Logan.
Logan and Logan. Oh, it's
Um,
a great movie, but that's I
uh,
mean, there's there.
let's give a little love to Wolverine while we got a little bit of time left.
I did like this scene though, right here, where he gets shot with all the arrows. I
Yeah,
thought that was the shit. Like just watching it, like watching his journey
the
in
the
the
bullet
story.
train scene was also, I feel like, a practical. It looked like a practical scene. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, like
Yes.
it felt like it had it wasn't CGI, and I really kind of enjoyed that whole scene. I thought it was very cool, very well coordinated. I think that's why these movies, James Mangold, I gotta give it to him. Like he did a great job directing these two movies. They look fantastic visually. They are fantastic.
Yeah.
Story wise for Wolverine, it's not bad. It really
No.
isn't. Um, it could have. I don't know. It feels like it's missing something. I
Well,
don't
because
know exact. I don't know what it is, but it just does. I can't really put a finger on it,
I
but
don't know if it's missing anything. I just think it's a different taste, different flavor.
maybe that's what it
Yeah.
is.
And so, like I was
Because
saying,
I think it's a cool. It's one of those stories where you're like, oh yeah, he's alive. That makes sense.
yeah.
It doesn't feel like a big reveal.
No,
Like
no.
it didn't.
Well, you kind of don't forget. You kind of see it coming, but then you kind of forget because
Yeah,
he does come back as the Silver Samurai. So
yeah.
this is a very,
Well,
very like this.
and
Like, what's up?
you never the Viper. You never got a clear enemy in this one as until the very end.
Oh, that's true because it's kind of like you know it's all them, but then you get them all at one point.
Yeah.
Like I was like, and yeah, because also too, you have this stunning like doctor who's like a
Hmm.
supposed to be a blonde, like I don't know, just kind of like and she's like really like a viper.
Yeah, I
So
don't know.
I was trying to see like does it matter like nowadays like like I don't care anymore if you look like this you damn you could be a genius and you
Is
could look
that
like this,
Gucci? Is that a Gucci belt? Look at her
dude.
go.
I said yeah that is, but I'm saying like like
Sorry.
doesn't matter. It's
These
like
are, these are the things I recognize now.
and it's also
Uh,
like John Wick Logan thing like here I was like is that John Wick?
right.
That's
But he's looking slick, man. But that's okay. So you know what else James Mangold directed?
what.
Walk the Line.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of the Dewey Cox story. No, you're talking
I
about
know.
that.
I know. I'm talking about the Johnny Cash one. So I don't know whether he wrote it, but you do get a lot of Johnny Cash feel whenever you're looking at like looking at that. I mean, and that's also
Ah,
at the funeral, you know. So
let's see.
he's in mourning, so that's where you get that shot from.
He wrote it says written by I guess the screenplay. So there's a
For Walk the Line.
Walk the Lines, Johnny Cash's book, and then it says just written by Gil Dennis and James Mangold,
Okay.
and there's all
So
based off the
and
book by Patrick Carr.
see, so I don't know why they didn't hire him to write and direct the Wolverine.
Wolverine,
I feel.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like,
Wow, Walk the
good
Line was in
story, but
2005.
what was
Wow,
that?
Walk the Line was
Yeah.
2005.
Yep. It's almost 20 years old.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So his top four are Logan, Ford versus Ferrari, Walk the Line, and Heavy. I
Heavy.
don't remember Heavy. I think it's an indie flick. The life of an
And
overweight, unhappy cook is changed after a kind, beautiful college dropout comes to work as a waitress at his and his mother's roadside restaurant. Director James Mangold, writer James Mangold, stars Pruitt Tyler Vance, Liv Tyler, and Shelley Winters. Oh, got some actors in it.
interesting.
Oh, that's who that is. That's our boy from oh god, Identity. He was
Oh, okay. He's in Heavy.
yeah, he's in Heavy.
Okay, he was a repeat offender.
Yeah,
Or well, I mean, if we did Heavy, he'd be a repeat
he'd be
offender.
referred.
Constantine.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what he was in.
I can't believe, so James Mangold, what it says here, producer of Ford versus Ferrari. So because producer. So let's see,
Yeah,
director. He has 17 credits. Up in what? I should post production on Indiana Jones 5. What?
he's as a director
What? Yeah,
for real. For real, as a director.
for reals. Look, it doesn't count unless you prove
Holy!
it.
Oh, dude, no, that's amazing.
Boom. This is right here. Look, his first movie is Heavy.
Oh, take Logan down.
What? Oh, I got Logan up. Where are you at? I called him Logan
Yeah,
on the Wolverine. We didn't even call it Wolverine. So he did have, dude, check this out. He did Copland. Damn, Heavy, Copland, Girl Interrupted, Kate and Leopold.
he
That is,
did Girl Interrupted. Wow.
yeah, wow. Identity, I just talking about it. Walk
Yeah,
the Line. Dude, this guy should have gotten the Wolverine.
yeah.
He didn't.
310 to Yuma. That was a fantastic movie.
I have not seen Night and Day. I heard it was a, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. I haven't seen it. I want to see it. The one with,
It's okay. It's not bad.
yeah,
Okay, Vegas was a good show.
yeah,
Ford
they did.
versus Ferrari. Okay, all
Juliet.
right.
It's called chocolate, all right, not chocolate.
Chocolat. Um, chocolat. But yeah, no. Oh, this movie is just great. I love the scene where they are having dinner and they're just talking, and it's like they get to say it's like an inside joke between Xavier and Logan where he's like, "Yeah, it was a school for special people." It's like you could say that, like it was those little kind of lines and everything that
Yeah.
I thought were
Well,
kind of cool, and they almost felt heartfelt just because
well,
of how it's set up.
I think it's because we, as the viewer, know what they're talking about, and the family
Yeah,
doesn't. So it gives us more like, oh, we know what they're talking about,
yeah,
and I
it's
like
like
that. I
yeah,
like the giggle. I don't
yeah,
care, but
especially in a serious movie like this because you really don't get that much of this levity,
I mean,
really.
even like so, I was saying earlier about Wolverine. Does like he's all jacked? Is that
Yeah.
because he's carrying all that metal around? So he got
Bro,
those like,
he's jacked because he's jacked. All
oh,
right.
because his name's in the damn name, Jackman.
Yeah.
Damn it, so,
You jacked man.
and you jacked the man. Now,
Um,
if you look
but
at this,
also, I mean, he probably has some kind of mutation that just kind of keeps him in shape.
well, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. His body regenerates every day. It's just it's always going back to like I guess homeostasis or whatever balance he
Yeah.
has. But I
S-
thought this scene, like the like he didn't kill himself, not knowing that like he was gonna like that seal of explosion. That's so trippy. Like it's just coming at you. Like
Yeah.
that's scary, man. Like you're
You
gonna
know,
die.
you know what the moral of this story was from seeing it to start to finish?
What?
He should have killed himself because
Yeah.
he
Well,
should
no,
have done the art. Well, I mean, that kind of shows like we think that's like, oh wow, he's smart, but in his culture, he's being dishonorable.
yeah, but I mean, he became a billionaire. So and look what money and technology can do. He can make a damn
Yeah,
samurai suit. What did you think about this? When I saw this part, it tripped me out. I was like,
yeah,
is he wearing makeup or is that CGI? But I think that's makeup. But it could
I
look
think it
like
is.
I think it's just like a
I mean,
simple
if they
thing.
could do it to Freddy Krueger, they can make him look
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah. Like that. Just I just like oh man, he looks all
I think I think
trippy.
right at that moment, yeah, it's probably makeup, and then obviously it does CGI. But
All right, I was gonna talk real quick about a few of the side characters because under the Wolverine because I
oh,
really
Yukio from Deadpool 2. Hi Yukio. Hi Wade. That's the same comic book character, Yukio.
yeah, it's true. That's true.
So I think that is kind of cool that they brought her back in Deadpool 2
Oh, that is
with a
true.
different actress, but I feel like you kind of had to go that route.
I mean, Moriko is played by Tayo Okamoto, and her character. I felt like I think I knew a little too much about the Wolverine. Like like I think you know too much where her character doesn't know what's going on. It's
Huh?
hard to it's hard for me to believe in that. But then it's like no, she really doesn't know what's going on. We just can see everything. And then God, the Viper chick, her name is Svetlana Kova. Kolchenkova, Svetlana Kol Kolchenkova, whatever that is. I don't know what she.
10 minutes later.
Let's see, where's she from? She's from Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, The Wolverine, Another Name, and Mala Moska or Moskwa. I don't speak Russian or German. Those
What? No.
no, I don't. But
All right, so we do have a repeat offender in Hiroyuki Sandana. Or no, excuse me, Sonata. He
from
was in
Wolverine.
no, yeah, he was in Wolverine. He was in Mortal Kombat. He was Scorpion. That's who played Scorpion.
Wait a minute. Oh yes, yes, yes. Okay, I was trying to figure out who you were talking about. No, no, you're right. When you said Scorpion, yeah, he is played. Where is he at? Here he is. Hiroruki Sanada. Yeah, yeah, he played
Yep.
Scorpion. Even at that,
Get over here.
well, so his top is the Twilight Samurai, the Wolverine, Sunshine, and Mortal Kombat. Dude, remember we found that guy's like 60 years old. He looks all good.
Yeah.
It's like, and then we have Harada, played by Will Yun Lee, and he is from I think Fast and Furious. No, it's the other guy. No, he is from Rampage and San Andreas. Two
Yeah.
rock
He was
movies.
in Elektra back in the
There you
day.
go. That's what I was trying to figure out what he was in. Yeah, man, this is all badass. I mean, we still have some badass martial artists, but not like the 80s and 90s. We had a shit ton of martial artists that were just on the scene, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see. Harada, I mean, he's been working since 1997. His first one was on Nash Bridges.
Let me
So,
see.
wow.
Brian T. I think he was. He's from. He was in Jurassic World. He's the guy that gets eaten up with the Indominus Rex. Are you falling asleep there, Benjamin? I think we're getting at that point, huh?
Oh man, I didn't even notice. I
Long
was I was
days,
yawning.
long days, but
Long and lonely
yeah, because there he
night.
is right here, and then we
Yeah,
have
dude,
Yukio.
that's Yukio.
They're all badasses in this
Dude,
movie.
yeah, and it's just oh man, just the things they say to Yukio are just rude. Um, but what's great is Mariko. She seems very sweet and very like she was raised by terrible men, but she turned out all right.
She came out all right. I
Yeah,
like
she was.
oh yeah, she was
We're,
that. She's low, but she's was that's why she has honor.
yeah,
Man, I want Logan where those kids are just messing up some of those soldiers. It's insane. Some of those deaths.
yeah.
Like one guy, he puts like the freezes the guy, and the girl just like uses like shrub to blow one guy up. Like it's just these powers I've never seen before. It's strange because they're new mutants. But then like
They're old
Logan
mutants though.
the they're old mutants.
They're
Oh
clones
yes, they're clone babies.
because
But
we
I was
have Iceman, and so that's how you get Ice Woman.
so I like the Wolverine. He's all jacked and he starts kicking ass like just a little crack and cocaine and he's just. But let's
Oh,
give it up.
Caliban.
Let's give it up
Stephen
to
Merchant. Isn't he a repeat offender? I feel like he is.
man. He's done a lot of stuff. Let's see. Caliban. I think he does a great job as
I
Caliban.
feel like he's what's funny though, like in X-Men Days, no, it was X-Men Apocalypse. He's like they had a Caliban character in that, and he was like Caliban does this and
Oh,
Caliban
that's
does
right.
that.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
Psylocke goes and talks to him.
Yep. Or Psylocke worked for him,
Yeah.
and yeah, Apocalypse goes there and talks to him.
I'm sorry. I always thought the freaking Archangel was the shit. Oh, well, Angel, not Archangel. I like Archangel, but I always thought he was the shit until I realized that all he can do is fly. Into X-Men 3, it just shows Angel just Ben Foster just. I mean, they hyped up Ben Foster so much in that movie, and he only has like 3 scenes.
Yeah, but that's true.
And he's all ripped.
Uh,
He got all jacked for that role. Like I remember watching some stars. They're like, he's coming out and he's a mutant, and he was all ripped, and he is ripped, but he's like in 2 scenes, 3 scenes.
he was just there to propel uh, the story from the beginning, like because they show him like from the beginning, like cutting off his wings, like and his dad was like a senator or something.
Yeah,
It just
he don't
had
want.
that story going. He was trying to get the cure. I got to cure these wings, but I mean that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool though. Like being able to fly and shit like that.
Well, yeah.
That's
If there are no other powers, hell yeah, that's the best power. Like wings. If I had the wings, like Michael, like if I had the wings and I could fly though, I'm like all right. But
you
remember,
know
like
how
we
you
said,
know how you fight somebody. You just pick them up and drop them.
that's
We
all.
we learned that from Dogma.
Oh yeah, dude. Or also you could learn that from freaking X-Men First Class with what's his name, Diablo.
Oh yeah.
He like just teleports everybody up and just lets them go. Oh, the Oliver Platt character gets
Oh,
smushed.
I hated that. I really
R.I.P.
enjoyed his character.
Yeah, you always love him when he's on scenes.
Yeah.
We should. Oh man, I want to do Ready to Rumble one of these days. But also, that this is the point where
It's not
homeboy.
Charlie Hunan, is it?
It is.
Hunan?
Holy.
Is it?
His name is no, that's Boyd Holbrook. The
Yeah,
other,
he does a great job.
yeah, you got Charlie. The other guy, you're talking about the guy from Sands,
Yeah.
Kings of Anarchy. Is that what that is?
Oh, dude, you know what I stumbled upon the other day without even realizing it? A new Predator movie. And you know what it's called?
The Predator.
Prey. It's called Prey.
Is it out already?
No, it's coming out this summer.
Oh, dude.
Yes, and it's set in like I think it's let's see here. I saw it because I was looking up something else. I thought it was yeah. Oh, let's see here.
I got it right here.
All right. Yeah. Okay. The origin story of the Predator in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's from told from like from like the Native American.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Yeah.
It's directed by the guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane,
Okay.
and I really enjoyed that movie.
Well, the origin story of the Predator in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago. Naru, a skilled female warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. A woman is the main character, Ben. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's fine.
Yeah,
Go
me too.
for it.
I don't care. Let's
I
watch.
don't give.
Let's see what you can
Yeah,
do.
I just
Right?
want to. I want to see a badass movie. I don't care who the main
Yeah,
character
neither do I. Yeah,
is.
neither do I. But if you can't find a villain, but I did want to talk about. Let's talk about this one character real quick because I did in the future. I was going to talk about Pierce's character because he's cybernetic. See his arm there? He's a cyborg,
Yep,
right?
indeed.
So is that the next point of evolution outside of the mutants? If you can't be a mutant, you'll just be a robot.
I think if you lose a limb, yeah. I think that these guys were military that lost limbs, and that was how they. Uh, that's why they're so well trained. That's why they're
But
easy
the,
to. What's that?
but doesn't he call it an upgrade? I guess upgrade if you lost your
Well, I
limb.
mean, obviously, yeah, it's going to be an
Yeah,
upgrade,
but
especially with. I mean, in 2029, I think if you're asking, are you saying like, will people cut off their limbs to get
yeah,
this? Is that what
yeah.
you're asking?
That's what I'm saying. I think
I
he did
I
that on
think I think
purpose.
I don't think he did, but you may
Dude,
be right there.
yeah, I think he did. I think he did it on purpose. That's what I'm asking. Like, do you think like that's gonna be like they're gonna be
I think
like
it will.
eh,
I think yeah.
if people are gonna be like, look, I can give you
In
like you have a
in
messed
real
up
life, yeah.
ankle.
I mean,
Yeah.
they already have like neural link and stuff
Well, I'm
like
just saying
that. It's
like if you have like a broken ankle or something, like a messed up ankle, and they're like, well, we can give you a robotic one for right now, and you know you'll never have pain again, but you won't have a real ankle. You know, it's like
I'll take it. Honestly, I'd take it
no,
as long as it worked well. I'd take it.
I take pain. I gotta know that my ankle's messing up, so I know that I'm getting older. Or if not, I would. You live every day as the same, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be in pain. At least with your ankle, you'd have other pains. It's not like your entire body's robotic. It's pretty
Mm,
optimistic there, CJ.
I know. I'm trying to be optimistic about it. But anyways, I thought he did a great job, and they got the new Predators coming out. That's cool. So
Yeah,
we got 15 minutes, 14 minutes left of the show.
I'm gonna get the
Um,
Rotten Tomatoes queued up, but uh,
I
yeah, I'm at the point where this is probably the best scene in noir. Right here is where uh, they are attacking the family in the house, and it's just, uh, it's great.
I'm on the scene where X there at the very end, and X-24 came out and find X-23, and
Mhm.
then and Logan. God, that's just like that's insane. Yeah, you would know those kids if, after him messing with them. Oh yeah, they kill him. They kill Pierce. They put all that stuff around him. Like they suffocate him.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's just crazy. But also, like, this movie has a lot of like to deal. Logan has a lot to deal with, just like mental health, in the sense of like, you know, he's like that. Like they try to keep
He's
him.
he's trying to protect Professor X from the
Yeah.
truth.
Well,
You know.
also too the fact that like the X-24, they're just trying to do like a use a like a not a monster, like a robot kind of. You can't do that with flesh and emotions, and you gotta like he like makes it like that's his dad. You know, like the what's his name?
Yeah, Xander Price or
Yeah,
Rice, excuse
yeah,
me.
yeah, right. He's like his
I love that last interaction with him. He just
yeah, just shoots him. I thought that was cool.
kills him. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was awesome. All right, so we're here. You
It
probably got
really
Ron.
kind of was like a John Wick. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
One second. I was actually fast forwarding to the part where you're at, so we can kind of be at the same spot because
Oh,
I'm
we'll
sure
finish
this.
together.
Well,
Oh.
let's
um,
see here. Tomato. Let's see. All right, so go for it. What do we got over on IMDb?
IMDb on the Wolverine. The Wolverines.
Why is Deadpool?
Wolverines. Huh?
It said Deadpool popped up on the Wolverine. Uh,
Maybe
I
because
don't.
there's no cameo.
I don't know.
God.
Well, you go. What do they got over there?
We got a 6.7 out of 10 on the stars rating on the IMDb ratings out of 456,000 votes casted. And actually, popularity wise, it's up. So we're good. That's good. What you got over
Yeah.
there?
So over here on Rotten Tomatoes, I have a 71% on the tomato meter
What?
out of out of 259 reviews. 69% audience score out of 250 plus ratings. Critics consensus: although its final act succumbs to the usual cartoonish antics, The Wolverine is one superhero movie that manages to stay true to comics while keeping casual viewers entertained.
I mean, the casual viewers here like gave it a 71. So, but
Yeah.
honestly, like movies like this, it's hard to like fan film movies, like especially Marvel. Like it's hard to please, you know,
Yep.
the fans. It's hard, but this I think this is a great job. All right, so we're moving on to Logan. Ooh, and if you get on
Ooh.
IMDb, it's watch on ABC. So you could watch on ABC. Oh, watch! They take all the fun stuff out of it, huh? And now they don't.
Probably.
They would. They on the internet, you get to watch it. IMDb rating out of 10, it gives it a 8.1 with 725,000 votes casted. And this one is trending down a little bit, but it's still really high ranked. It's really
Okay. All right.
like a,
Especially, I mean, with Multiverse of Madness coming out, there is a chance we may get Hugh Jackman. I mean, I already ruined it for you last week. So I mean, I can only imagine if they're willing to give up that information. There's more that they're, it's like, all right, we'll give you this, but don't worry, there's going to be a lot more. They wouldn't do that if it was, if they didn't have something bigger than Xavier. I feel like.
yeah.
Um, but anyway, over here on Rotten Tomatoes, Logan is going to have a certified fresh
Whoa, sir.
94 certified
Low, low,
uh
low, low.
94% on the tomato meter, 427 reviews, and a 90% on the audience score out of 50 plus ratings. Critics consensus: Hugh Jackman makes the most of his final outing as Wolverine with a gritty, nuanced performance and a violent but surprisingly thoughtful superhero action film that defies genre conventions.
Wow.
It's a mouthful, but I totally agree.
I agree. Yeah, that's all I do. So it's pretty obvious. We know what
Pretty
the
obvious.
Logan. We know what the Logan score is. It's. We know.
So,
Just
yep,
say it. Just say it.
13
13.
easily.
It's easily 13.
It very well may be a 14.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, definitely. Like, oh yeah, yeah. I
now,
paid 4 matinee prices to watch this one. So yeah, yeah. I definitely say this is definitely a 13. So we got that cat out of the bag, baby.
yep.
Whoa, the Wolverine. Shall I go first? Shall you go first? I.
You know what? You go ahead.
All right. Man, I honestly enjoy this movie. I see it a little bit beyond popcorn flick. And honestly, X Men Origins is kind of a Wolverine is kind of a popcorn flick, and this one's a little bit more. Man, I'm gonna give this one. It's a soft 10, but I might move to an 11. But I like it. It's because the 11 would only be because I like it, but it's a 10. I'll give it a 10. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
10.
I was gonna give it. I was gonna give it an 11
Yeah.
after watching. I was like, this is a solid movie. It has a good story. It's not crazy over the top. It's not like, I don't know. It just doesn't snare you in like Logan does. Like
Nah,
it
Logan.
just.
Yeah, but it does. But also, like, I gotta give it respect because it sets you up for Logan. So it's like this the assist or the server spike. In volleyball, you have someone setting you up for the point. You can't, that point is gonna happen either way. But it's so much sweeter with the assist. So even like watching Logan, like getting to the end of Logan, and even like right here where I'm watching it, and I remember just watching like the first time I saw it, and I had the same feeling when I watched the second time I saw it, and I had a feeling the third time I saw it, and I was like, wow, this movie gets me because it has like little things like this. So I'm uploading this real quick. 1 second. 3, 2, 1. Like
Yep.
just like little touches like this, like really like, and the way Laura like it's a T that she makes it an X, like just little nuances like this that I really enjoy about this movie that make me like love the movies that I like that I'm not gonna say growing up, but the took the stuff that I loved from growing up and they're making it cool for me as an adult. So I like that, because they could totally go wherever they want with these movies, and if they're still able to just kind of keep them enjoyable and for us, like it's awesome. Because they could just be like, we're gonna do for our demographic from 8 to 24, and that's it. And then we don't care after that, but they don't. So it's cool for all because all ages. You want to make all that money. You want to please to the masses, but I like stuff like that. Like that. That's a little thing that I enjoy about like Logan and Wolverine. The Wolverine does have a little things like that, but they go by so fast that you kind of miss them. Where in Logan, it's like you savor them a little bit.
Yep. I wholeheartedly agree. No, Logan is. It's just so much fun to watch.
If all,
It's a straightforward movie. It is. I don't know. There's not a lot of conspiracy. There's not a lot of this or that. It's like, all right, we're the bad guys. All right, we're after this girl. This is why we're after the girl, And then they make it pretty obvious, like, oh, this is your daughter, Logan. Like, and he's just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's just denying it the whole time. I think mainly just because he's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I think at this point, like he doesn't want to be attached to anybody. Um,
No, but also,
and
yeah, he says they got my DNA. Who does she remind you of, Logan? Who does she?
yeah,
It's like, and then as
but
you have your children, if you ever have children, and as I have my son, I'm like, oh God,
yeah.
yeah. Who does that guy remind you of? Me. Shut up. I know this. He came from me. I know. Like it is.
And Hugh Jackman just does a fantastic job in this movie. I mean, he had 17 years to perfect this role, and his last time at it, I feel like he really gave it his all, and made sure that the character was just taken care of properly at the end.
And then
You
and
know?
then they had this. They talked about the have the comic books right there, and that's kind of trippy. This part right here turns really. I want to end it with this. Kind of trips it, like kind of meta for me. Like he's talking. He has an X-Men magazine, and they called them the X-Men, and he actually lived that shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
imagine people making money off the shit you lived, but it's like he's like, well, some of it's true, but some of it isn't. Like it's just stories. So this is where this is where MCU, or I don't know if MCU, but James Mangold brings it all together. I think he ties a
Yeah.
nice little knot here where he's like, check this shit out. Because that's when I saw this, I was just like, oh, I just love this movie even more because it just throws you out like he's living this life that no one knows. But then there's other people here writing about this life that he lives.
Hmm.
So but hey, you know what, man? It's a great movie. We've done our due diligence. We've talked about them. I think it's time that we do the. Where are you at? Wait, no. Sorry, I hit the wrong. This one. There we go. You know what time that is?
I can't hear anything.
You gotta wait a little bit. You got
Okay.
Oh, you have your music? Do you have the movie up?
Yeah. Oh, do
I
you
can
hear it?
I can hear it. It's like-
Oh, sorry. I thought it was. Let me turn that down a little bit. I was enjoying a little too much there.
so we're moving on to the next movies, and
Oh, is that what that sound is? Okay, I knew it was
it's,
something.
it's about to start right here. Watch.
Do it.
Well, you know what? You can't hear it because I don't want to overdo our voice, but you're right.
No, it's fine. It's perfect. It's perfect.
How about right here? There we go. That sounds about good.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
so you had some movies lined up before we started and we talked, but today when I got off of work, I was like, well, the family already ate and everybody's already good, so I was like, what can I get? So I went and just did this little number for myself.
Oh, but damn! Look at that.
There's a ribeye. That's a sweet
Onion
potato.
and sweet potato.
Oh yeah, dude. And I asked the guy at HEB. I guess he didn't want to talk to me either. I go, hey, you're gonna put a steak on the grill. What should you pick? Ribeye, always ribeye. And then he just walked away. I was like, okay. So I got it, and dude, I accidentally cooked this thing like the perfect medium rare. It wasn't. It was like perfect. I was like, holy crap. So the reason I'm showing this photo and we got this music playing is you have two movies,
Yeah.
and I have one movie I want to talk about. And I think I could bring it back. So I'm just gonna say I wanted to go Jon Favreau, and I wanted to do Chef.
Chef. Yeah.
But
We
you
could
have,
bring that. I feel like we could bring that back. Jon Favreau is a
He's a-
repeat offender, and we could always. If we do Chef, I want to do Burnt and Chef.
Okay, that's what I was trying to find out. What would you do it with? You would
Yeah.
do okay. I haven't even seen
That's the
Burnt.
Bradley Cooper, and it's fantastic.
I've seen half of it. I think I've never seen the
Yeah,
little bit of it, but I haven't
and
seen the whole
Bradley Cooper was actually studying to be a chef too. So,
thing. So
yeah.
he was staying out late and drinking, doing coke.
No, I don't. Not so much that life, but
Yeah,
just
well, that's
like-
what the chefs are. They think they're rock stars.
Well, true, but I don't think he was like. Maybe he was trying to aspire to that. I don't know. He
I want to
would be good.
I want to read Anthony Bourdain's book. 'Cause apparently, there's a lot of like cool stuff behind the scenes stuff. But it's like apparently stuff I already lived, so it's like I'm just gonna be kind of reliving his version of it, my version and his version to get to compare. But what are we
Right.
doing? Where do you
All
want to
right.
go from here?
So here's what my suggestion was: is Bradley Cooper is limitless. Indeed, he
yep.
is.
What
So
did-
my thoughts were, we did, the Wolverine and Logan. So I was thinking we could do the Batman and Batman,
1989.
1989. And I think they would also be comic book movies. We could get some new blood in here. Robert Pattinson. It just popped on HBO Max. I think this would be a great time to do it, and we could watch it and give an honest review first time out the bat.
I
I like watching movies with you.
I do,
like the
I do.
first time.
and I did that because I need to watch the Batman. But I'll tell you this much. I want to do the Batman, so I'm that's selected. But I'm gonna ask for something real quick because
What do you got?
my cousin that is a huge diehard. That's why I'm a DC guy because he put it on me right away, and he's a huge Batman. Anything Batman, he's in. And when he watched the Batman, he messaged me and he was like, it was one of the last messages he sent me. He's like, one of the best movies I've seen, hands down, my favorite Batman movie. I go, whoa, which was your favorite Batman movie? And he goes, Batman Forever.
Okay.
And I was like,
they both have Penguin. That totally works.
No, that's Batman Begins. Batman Forever is the one with Val Kilmer, and he gave me a lot of good like insight of that movie. I was like, I know those are the good things I like about it too.
You talking like Tommy Lee Jones and
Jim
Carrey?
Jim Carrey. The relationship between Bruce Wayne and Edward Nygma, it was a good thing to focus on because look, the Riddler's and so you know what I'm saying. Like, do you want to do? I want to do
Batman Forever.
Because he was like, no, and I'm telling you, man, like he was a quiz when we were a kid, so like this is like.
Yeah. Well, okay, so if Batman Forever still beat out The Dark Knight and that whole franchise, like that's impressive.
Oh,
so if
wow! We're gonna have to get there. Yeah.
Either that or he omitted that. I hope not, but I doubt it. The way you talk about how he enjoys DC.
Oh no, dude! I mean, comic books. He's like, the thing is, he's read all the comic books, so that's like a knife. That means it's rubbed off on me. So I've read a majority of them, not all of them, like him. But he still reads new ones and that. But he was like, when he told me that, he's like, dude. And then when he said Batman Forever, he would have said Batman and Robin. I would have been like, yeah, you're fucking with me. But the fact that he said Batman and Batman Forever, I was like, I know there's something there because I know it's supposed to be. There's more to it than that meets the eye. But we're gonna talk about them real quick.
Okay, yeah,
so we're
let's
locked
do it.
in. Is your answer in? Locked in. All right. Batman Forever, 1995, PG-13, 2 hours 1 minute. I did not know it was 2 hours. Action adventure. Batman must battle former district attorney Harvey Dent, who is now Two-Face, and Edward Nygma, the Riddler, with the help from an anonymous psychologist and a young circus acrobat who becomes his sidekick Robin. So we're going to watch that with The Batman 2022 PG-13. 2 hours 56 minutes.
Boy, we know how to pick them, don't we?
You really like to hold my hand on these things.
I like the films. You know,
he likes the movies. Action, crime, drama. When the Riddler and a sadistic serial killer begins murdering key political figures in Gotham, Batman is forced to investigate the city's hidden corruption and questions his family involvement. Director Matt Reeves, writers Matt Reeves, Peter Craig, Bill Finger, also is going to be Bob Kane. It stars Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, and Jeffrey Wright. I forgot to say the other parts for Batman Forever. Joel Schumacher is the director. Writers Bob Kane, Lee Batchelor, and Janet Scott Batchelor. You know what? We're going to talk about that Bob Kane, Bill Finger thing. Stars Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, and Jim Carrey. Did they give...
There it is.
So they don't... Man, we already found something. They don't even... See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's insane how generations change and stuff because... We'll talk about it later. I already found something.
What?
What
was it? Tell me, just real quick. I want to get it in my earphone.
Okay. So there's a documentary called I gotta look it up. It's like Bill Finger, the Batman documentary where this guy went around and was like, hey, Bob Kane, which is the guy who made Batman. He goes, he's not the original guy. There's another guy named Bill, and he went into this whole thing. And so in the whenever you watch an IMDb or you read it, it says characters like. George Lucas has always, or whatever, Kevin
created
Smith,
by
the character, right? So they always give credit to Bob Kane for Batman. So every time, even it's a movie, it's Bob Kane. So here on the IMDb, the Batman Forever, the first thing it says characters Bob Kane. But if you go to the Batman, it says characters created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. So the Bill Finger would be from the newer generation. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like. Yeah, but we'll talk about that there. We're already hitting 133. We're gonna finish off about 135. Ben, any big plans this weekend? Anything?
Yeah, I'm watching the Batman. I'm pretty excited.
Good one. I think I'm gonna watch it too, dude. We gotta figure out how to do the watch at the same time where we can like Thunder Buddy it where we stream it together. Oh, are you wearing it right now?
Yeah,
I just awesome. I didn't even notice that.
yeah. This is actually Frank's shirt. Frank.
Oh, that's
Uh,
right.
uh,
All right. Well, we're off. We're done. Show's over. I'm gonna end this at 1:35. So we got 58 seconds. Or 48 seconds.
damn, this is a long ass song.
Well, no, it's just repeats.
Oh.
Repeat offender. I'm actually looking forward to this. Watching the Batman. It's gonna.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm actually looking forward to watching Batman Forever. I was like,
Yeah.
that was like the one I kind of got in on because I was just at that. Let's see, it came out in 1995, so I was like 5 years old. So, I'm sure McDonald's was hyping that shit up, and then I got into Batman Forever, and I enjoyed that one too. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, this is amazing.
I got 10 seconds. I got 9 seconds. Well, I got introduced to the detective, Batman, from comic books, and then I think I saw Adam West first, and then I saw. But we'll talk about this next time. All right, everybody, welcome to. Thank you for watching Side by Side.
Cut it. It's a minute 35. CJ, hurry.
I said 135. I'll see you.